Next, let us talk about the evaluations of impacts. There are many methods to evaluate the impacts. In principle, this process compares the existing environmental conditions against a predicted future environment caused by the project activities at all phases of the project development. Now, the predictions and the assessment can be made through qualitative or quantitative approaches. You know that there is no one single method that fits all the requirements. Out of so many methods, you have to choose one which is deemed the best for the evaluations of the impacts. It is up to the qualified person to select the best method to conduct the investigations and generate reliable scenarios and dataset to ascertain the magnitude, extent, and significance of any impacts from the project. However, we have some guides in terms of the appropriate selections of the evaluation methods, as listed in the attributes here. The method selected should be established and proven, and it should give accurate, adequate, and up-to-date data for the assessment. The result can be replicated by the independent evaluators, and it should be cost-effective, and the use is widely accepted. Next, we talk about the levels of details that we need to provide during the impact identifications. These are the factors that governs the levels of details for evaluating the impacts, such as the probability of cumulative impacts, intensity of the development, magnitude and complexity of impacts, areas of impacts, scale of the project, sensitivity of nearby risk sector, and potential pollution source from the project. When we talk about the levels of details, you can consider it as the extent which we will need to report and evaluate the impacts. This gives you some guideline, the circumstances or the impacts that require in-depth study and critical evaluations, whichever not significant, where the impacts are minimum and negligible, then it doesn't necessarily be extensively reported in the EIA report. You may also refer to the guideline regarding the typical issues and impacts during the pre-construction stage, during the construction stage, and also during the operational stage. There is a list of the impacts. You can check your project against the potential impacts here and report accordingly against various stages of your project. These are some typical impacts during the construction stage: increased runoff and turbidity of the nearby water source, soil erosions, solid waste, wastewater without proper treatment, dust and smoke, land contaminations. And then, as the outcome from the assessment, this may be evaluated against the criteria and the standards for the environmental parameters. The requirements for the evaluations are listed here. You may refer to the relevant documents. Among the impact include erosions and sedimentations, water quality and pollution control, flood or runoff management, air quality, noise level, vibrations, ecology, land use, land traffic, safety and health, waste, social economy, treatment system, and visual aesthetics. This provides you some guides in terms of the requirements as well as the limits for the impact, whether it is acceptable or not, and those criteria and standards will also set the target to which extent you should minimize the impacts.